as a lesson for you. So before I dive into the monetization itself, let me speak from what has happened. I mean, what's my own reality. Okay, some couple of years ago, I lost my marriage, which needed me to relocate from where I used to be to another environment. So this period, every single thing I was doing while I was in the other state, I left everything behind. My businesses, at least I was running about 3 businesses then, and with 2 little kids, it's 7 and 5, with their with the responsibility 1,000,000% of me. So those years, I believe to make money, you just have to be selling something because of where I was coming from. As a child, I grew up to be an entrepreneur from my mom because she happens to be a business person. As early as I can't even remember. I grew up inside business, like helping her to sell. As early as primary school, I can go to the market. She would tie money on my waist, send me to the market. She sells provision, I'll buy provision, label them, put them as early as primary school. To a level that there was a time that, I grew up in Ilorin. So there was a time that these people, they are like police in the Emir's palace. So there was a time, like I remember, like I was still in primary school, to a level that they brought me home, saying they would arrest my mom for you to know how young I was then. I went to the market and they saw me. I was crying. I think I lost. Yeah, I think okay, I carried something because they used to give me money to call. They call them a barrow, to call alabar if you are Yoruba here. The people that help you carry things from wherever you are going, wherever you are to where you bought your car or something. But this man saw me carrying it, and normally once they give me money like that, I would not call them. I would rather carry those things myself because I was too young. I felt it would be disrespectful to be calling elderly people to carry something for me. So I rather carry. So these people carry, they arrested me, like they carried me to my mom's place. That who is that mother that sent you this small girl to the market? So this is just to you have a picture of how young I was then. So, and that's the kind of energy I carried to the marriage. And I was working, I believe I have to sell. There was nothing like anything sellable I sell. So that's my mindset when I grow. So that's what I used to think. And when the issue of marriage thing comes in, that I had to leave everything, I left every single thing except for my certificate and my children. Like I didn't even have a home. I didn't have any, I was squatting with friends, no job, nothing, no capital to start a business, nothing to like nothing in Abuja here. So it was so frustrating. And I was only busy looking for capital. I have another skill. I'm into cosmetology, like I produce cosmetics, soaps, perfumes, and all. So then I was busy looking for money to start another production because I've lost everything there. So I needed, because moreover my skills were there, I could just get that money and start selling. But the question is, even if I'm able to produce, how am I going to sell? Those were the questions ringing in my head. And the priority then was even like, how will I feed my children? What are they going to eat? Because I didn't enter this town with up to 10,000 naira. So now I'm looking for capital. Who will give me? Trust me, I didn't even I got that capital. They probably would have used all the money to feed because it was a new environment. Nobody knew me. I didn't know much about social media. How would I sell? So I was selling little when I was there. Little on social media, but it's not as big as this. It's not the way social media is now. So I was just trying to learn, to master social media selling on social media, but it's not that deep. So that's how I was busy looking for how to sell, even when I didn't have capital to start the business. I just felt, okay, maybe if I'm promoting, somebody will just order for bulk production, and I will use the money to produce. Then from using the money to produce, I can get few nairas from there. So it was so frustrating. And one thing about this life is that at times when you have challenges, your brain open. That's if you want it to be open, actually. So then I was online learning one thing or the other, how to sell, how to edit picture and all. Well, still money wasn't coming. Then at a point I got a teaching job, and at this job, I applied for a I applied to be a biology teacher. Then they gave me another another role as a supervisor. So I became the school supervisor, and I had access to interview. I used to be present when they are doing interview for applicants. So I now realized that most of the things they needed was being computer literate, having been that ability to be able to design your lessons using PowerPoint, you know, all those skills that I have known since that were not big deals to me. Like PowerPoint. It sounds somehow like I've known this probably immediately after my secondary school. So to me, I used to think it's a common knowledge, everybody knows. But I realized that people were losing their job because of this. You will see people that have the knowledge, they know, yes, they are experts in their subject areas, whatever the subject, but when it comes to tech skills, they won't be able to teach. They couldn't use technology to teach. So I have now realized that we were losing teachers because you will see good teachers and we won't be able to employ them because of this. Then I put it upon myself to be training them, but whoever we employ, to train them on how to use teachers tools for teaching, most especially PowerPoint. That's how it started. Then at a point, I feel, okay, let me put it online and see if people will register. Then I marketed the thing. It was 500 naira then. Before I knew it, I did it free for the first time. Then WhatsApp used to be 200 participants. Is it 200 or 250 participants? I opened two groups, and the two groups filled. That is 500 people sign up for my WhatsApp class. It was a free class. I just did it for teachers then. Those were trained teachers join, professors join, lecturers join, many people join. And they were like, Bolu, we wish we have known you. As a professor, I can't even do my WhatsApp. I can't even design on PowerPoint. Like they were giving me money. They were giving me money. I would just see an alert. So this thing is sweet like this. Like a program that was meant to be done for free. But I put all my energy, everything. It was a voice note there, WhatsApp voice note, and a screen recording. Do screen recording, put it on WhatsApp, do some voice notes, and they learned. That's how I started. That's how everything started. Like after that free class, then I did the paid one, which was 500 naira. 500 naira, I sold it to about 100 people there. The second batch, I merged that one with how to use Zoom and this Google Meet that we are using right now. I merged that one with Google Meet teaching. I trained that one. I sold it for 2,000 or 3,000. I got people signed up. Then COVID came. Schools started calling me. Private schools started calling me to come and train their staff how to use Zoom for teaching, virtual class and everything. So it was just a thing of play for me, a way of survival. Okay, let me just find something to feed my kids with. But from there, I realized that I had more than enough. From there, I discovered myself, I discovered my purpose. I now got the motivation that, okay, if I could charge for what I know, the most insignificant knowledge. Yes, because it seems significant, because then I never saw it as a skill. I just learned it because after my secondary school, after my NCA, I went to learn computer. That was just as a way of getting myself busy because there was no job then. I went to learn computer in a business center. So most time we just use the PowerPoint to design love cards. All these love greeting cards. We just use it to design something. No, it was just, I didn't know it was made for presentation. So when I got to the school that I realized, okay, they actually use it for presentation. Okay, I engaged in the presentation, in the speaking engagement. So from there, I designed a PowerPoint presentation. That was my very first public speaking. Then I got to know that they actually use it for presentation. That's how this journey started. You can now see how I was able to, you know, live from a mother who couldn't feed her kids for days. I didn't have a home. I didn't have where is even clothes. I didn't have what to wear. My kids spent a lot of nights going to bed hungry. Then something came to save me. What was that? My knowledge. Now imagine someone gave me money. If someone could give me money that time when I was looking for capital to start a soap business, trust me, I won't. The money will just go, because then I was depressed. I was not mentally fit. I was like, if you greet me too much that time, I will cry. If you tell me how are you, I will cry. If you look at me too much, I will cry, because what is that mother that will feel comfortable seeing her children going to bed hungry? They were not even in school. I couldn't afford. The very first money I used to enroll them in school in this Abuja was made from that class I told you about the story. I told you, I told you about the other time. Now look at it, just from one single knowledge. No capital, just my data. The same data that some people use on TikTok there. Some used to watch movies on YouTube. Some used to just burn it on Facebook. The same Facebook, the same account. I didn't even have any other account there. No Instagram, no LinkedIn, just Facebook. And I was showing up. That's how this journey started. Then I built on it. I did a lot of courses. You know, that's the story of where I am today. And ask me, my knowledge has become my savior. My knowledge has been, I just came back from Lagos. My knowledge has carried me out of Nigeria. All many states in Nigeria. Just today, I arrived from Lagos. I've been in Ibadan since on Monday, Easter Monday, to facilitate a training on artificial intelligence for professors. Yes, my knowledge. So this story is just to motivate you, to help you see that in that seemingly mundane thing, in that thing that you are saying that is not very important, like it's not a big deal. There are a lot of opportunities surrounding it. All you just need is that ability to see and leverage it. Your knowledge can take you beyond, because I, as a person, I'm a living I'm a living witness. How do they used to say it? Of someone who knowledge has helped. This in second place. What do you need? Sorry, someone came in. Okay. So like I was saying, I'm using this moment to motivate you, because that's why I decided to use the story as a background to what I want to say. Your knowledge can take you to where your leg may find difficult. Even if it was that business, I don't know where it would have happened. Like, I never knew, because I used to believe you have to be everywhere, you have to be jumping everywhere. Now I do this thing out of joy. This topic I'm discussing, I can start from now to tomorrow. I don't feel tired. I can be in this office, this is my office, and I'm not serving anybody, I'm working for myself. I can be here for the whole of tonight, doing what I love, because why? It is my knowledge. So that's why I got the motivation of showing people how they can make their money from their knowledge from. And I started teaching people monetization and branding. So that is my story. That here is my story. Now let's look at it. It is not just about making money. It is about making yourself relevant, building an influence, and creating freedom through what you know. No, it's not just a thing of, okay, I have the knowledge, then let me start selling. But first, identify the purpose, the reason why you are selling it. Remember when I narrated my story, everything is still coming from a purpose, the mindset to serve. Imagine teaching people that I didn't know them just because I didn't want them to look. I wanted them to get a job, and I realized that yes, they were lacking in something. The school was not paying me for this. In fact, the salary they were paying me, because then I was so naive that all I just care about was just give me something, no matter how small, let me be able to feed my children. So the job I was doing was practically a consultancy job, but I didn't know. I was just doing my. But from there, I was able to identify what I stand for. So monetizing your knowledge goes beyond just making money. It is about making influence, building a freedom strategy for yourself, coming up with a way of getting financial freedom for yourself, making money, making influence, impacting people's lives. So once you have that in mind, at least you have set a tone for yourself. Now, you need to come to the reality that we are now in the knowledge economy. We are now in the knowledge economy, and it's not going to die anytime soon. It keeps rising. Because at whatever level you can monetize what you have, you don't have to be a doctor or a lawyer before you can monetize what you have. From that small skill, you can still make money from it. The truth is that whatever the level you are at this point, it is a dream of to another person. Your yesterday is the future that somebody else is looking into. So let that be a reason for you to know that yes, people want what you know, irrespective of the level you are. Sure, you know it. People want to buy. It's not just about you know, bombarding yourself, compiling knowledge. Wherever you are, start from there. The question is that were you like that yesterday? Do you know that thing you know now yesterday? I used to say something that if I had known what I know now, probably my marriage would have worked. But another thing is that if I still, probably if I'm still in the marriage, I wouldn't have known what I know now. But the question is, I've learned my lessons. So if we are talking about this thing now, this is my experience. Do you know that from this my experience alone, I can guide people? If I see people making the same kind of mistakes, I can guide them. Because what I have lived in their life, in whatever shoe they want to eat, and I've passed through that. And if it's even about managing my life, transitioning from who I was to who I am now and to who I want to become, I can still guide people. That is my experience. And people will still listen, they will still pay. Because whatever your situation right now, whatever your level right now, is the dream of another person. Please, am I making sense? Let me see something in the comments. Your emoji, your comment, let me see if this is making sense to you. I want to say, awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Kena. Thank you, Karali. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I love that. All right. We are no longer in the industrial age. We are in the information economy. You need to understand that. Gone are the days when you have to be an engineer before you make money. Gone are the days you have to, yes, I'm not saying those skills are not fine, but the truth is that whatever your area, whatever the knowledge you need to understand the money part of it, the business part of whatever your knowledge is. So that is monetization. And people are ready to buy. So now I want to say something. I will just pick, I have three things I highlighted that I would like to talk about. And number one of them is, who is a knowledge entrepreneur? Who is a knowledge entrepreneur? A knowledge entrepreneur is that individual who is comfortable, who feels what? Comfortable and enjoys selling his or her knowledge, making money out of our knowledge. A knowledge entrepreneur is anyone who turn their expertise, their experience, their passion, their their knowledge, their talents into something that people are willing to pay for. So you cannot tell yourself a knowledge entrepreneur where everything you just think about is just let me just make something, or I just want to do it. No, you have to be fully involved in it and be happy doing it, and not just about you, also about your audience. If you look at the story I told you earlier, it's about demand. It's a space where many people didn't know, because just like me, many people felt okay, it's a common knowledge. I thought maybe because I know it, it's a general knowledge, and because it's easy for me, it should be easy for everybody. So there was a demand for it because it was a space where many people didn't even pay attention to. So when people start feeling, the need for what you have, for the knowledge you have, that is when you can call yourself an entrepreneur. And how can you deliver this? You can deliver this through course creating, through freelancing, through service providing, through training, through being an author, whatever area. Say it is what you know that you are selling, then you are a knowledge entrepreneur. Now, I want to ask you a question. What skill do you have that people always ask you about? What is that thing, that question that people always ask? I want that in the comments. I'd like to have that in the comment. What is that skill that you have that people always come to ask you for or about? Please, am I audible? All right. Thank you, Dominator. So please let me know, what is that thing that you know, the skills that you have that you know that people always come to you for, or something you have, you know, something you just do easily. Communication and value addition for growth. So that your area of expertise or something people used to come to you for? Let me be clear with that. Okay, do I get what you mean? So please let's make this product design. Thank you. People come to you for, okay, amazing. Olaoluwa Asake, people come to you for what? For communication. I want to get that clear. I just want to know, I want to be in your world. What are those things that people come to you for? Or the thing that you do easily, that you feel comfortable? Ololuwa Asake does product design. Ikaina fashion. Fashion what? Fashion. People come to you for fashion. Amazing. Mathematics, that's great. I don't want to mother that name. Chisholm Stella said mathematics. Management and communication, that's Dominator comedy. Amazing. I love that. Please, we have 40 people here. Let's hear from you. Technical support, that's Arinze Valentine. You can see. So now, for people to be coming to you for help or for advice or for whatever reason that's making them come to you, that means there are more people who need that knowledge that you have. And they are willing to pay. But the question is, are you showing up as that person you call yourself? So before you can even get to, conclude that this is what you want to sell, but that is just one of the things that you can sell, because you solve problem in those areas effortless. However, you still need clarity. about those skills, because many of us have a lot of potentials. You have so many things that you know. So this I will just quickly explain a framework that I have, a quadrant to you, so you can in your mind pick whatever you are in this mind. So I'm talking about clarity. So knowing about your skill and knowing about your audience. So now, let me analyze it. Do you know quadrant? Do you know what is called quadrant? Quadrant is just like a box. If you have been in, we did it in biology, even in mathematics. So there is something we call quadrant. So I have this quadrant, just square like this flyer on my screen. So, and now it's being divided into 4. So for each of these box, I have different types of brand in them, different categories of brand on the all 4. Like this flyer now being divided into 4. So each box carries a particular type of brand. So I'm going to explain these types of brand to you. So I call the quadrants the 8-figure personal brand quadrant. So there are 4 categories of brands here. Number 1 of them is the one I call the no brand personal brand. Put it in the chat. The no brand personal brand. Now, who is the no brand personal brand? So I want you to listen carefully today so you can pick the one that you belong to. A no brand personal brand is an individual who has no brand, nothing to sell, no knowledge, no clarity, no audience clarity, nothing to sell. He or she is not even known for anything. It's just there. It's just there. He's not known for anything. He's not selling anything. He has not even discovered anything. It doesn't matter if the person has any knowledge or not. Nobody knows him or her to be expert in that area or to have knowledge about that subject. Then the person is called a no brand personal brand. So the reality of a no brand personal brand is, someone that does not even know. So what else? And for you to be a strong personal brand, you need self-awareness and you need monetization skill. But in the case of a no brand personal brand, there is no self-awareness, there is no monetization skill. So no unique identity. Oh, they said the webinar is not recorded. Would you like to record it?
The session is being recorded, please.
Oh, amazing. That's fine. Okay. So this individual does not have anything, no clarity, no self-awareness, no monetization skill, always just there. That's why I called him a no brand personal brand. Then the number 2 of these types of brand is the low income personal brand. In the case of a low income personal brand, this is an individual who has knowledge but lacks monetization skill, doesn't have abundance. In the case of a low income brand, you can please put it in the chat for me. In the case of a low income brand, it's an individual who do so much, who makes a lot of impact with people's lives, but earns so little. Like so little, does a lot of work, but earns so little. Even though she shows up, he sells, he wants to sell, he tell people he's selling, but people are not really attaching so much importance. Like, he doesn't even know how to sell to the right number of people or the right kind of people who will pay him or her what he or she deserves. Even though this kind of person has the knowledge but lacks abundance. And the moment you are working and you are not making money, you feel frustrated, isn't it? So in the case of a no income brand, this kind of brand lacks monetization skill and lacks visibility strategies that is going to make her being known to the right kind of audience who are going to pay you. Am I communicating? So, reality of that kind of brand is that he or she will be stopped. We start having self-doubt, like, is it that I'm not worthy to be paid? Is it that my knowledge is not valued enough? Please, I think there is a background noise. Let me close my door. A second. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so that will lead us to number 3, who I call the unfulfilled personal brand. The unfulfilled personal brand. Please, I would like to have that in the chat. The unfulfilled personal brand. Now, who is an unfulfilled personal brand? Just as the name implies, an unfulfilled personal brand is a brand that is not fully fulfilled. And guess what? This kind of brand sells, but lacks self-awareness, lacks monetization skill, lacks visibility strategy. Reasoning that an unfulfilled brand sells everything and anything that comes her way. Today, she's a marriage counselor. Tomorrow, she's a relationship coach. Another time, she's a what again? Name it for me. Another time, she's a career coach. Next tomorrow, she's training younger teenagers. And not like selling everything and anything that comes her way. A non-fulfilled brand is today a water bottle seller. Next time you see a page, she's selling bags. Another time she's shouting she's the married counselor you should come to. Like she sells everything and anything that comes her way. Now, how can she be fulfilled? Because she's already at a stage where she confused her audience. He or she thinks people just want to buy. And you know the problem is that the unfulfilled brand will have audience. He or she will have followers. But the problem is that these followers don't even know him or her for one particular thing. Because she sells everything. And the bad side of this is that, let's say, for example, he or she brought this bottle, like 1,000 pieces of this bottle from China or wherever. Now she started marketing it. I'm using bottle as an example. It could be your knowledge. You start selling it. And at the time, other people were able to buy. Okay, you start to other people. After a month, you start selling another thing again, marketing another thing entirely not same as the previous thing you were selling. So people buy again. But maybe let's say 50 people are able to pay. Less than another month, another product again. Or maybe she might not even be sales for like a month. The next time he or she will be coming back to the online space, she will show us another product. I'm using she most because I'm a woman, right? So if you are seeing that she coming up, because many of my audience are women, although I still have male audience, male clients, but many of them are female. So pardon me. So in the case of this brand, he or she's audience are confused. They cannot say exactly what he or she is selling. And in this case now, customers don't come back. Because even if it's you, will you see me marketing this bottle today? And tomorrow it's bad. And you will want to remember that I'm still the one that sold the bottle to you. Even if your colleague asks you where I got the bottle from. The thing that will come to your mind is that, yes, I bought it from Bolu, but I'm not sure if she still sells it. Because at this point, she has bags. I don't think she has again. It will take the grace of God for you to come and meet me to ask whether I still have the bottle. Now, let's say, for example, you brought 1,000 bottles from China, and you're able to sell 100. You've not finished selling. You are selling back again. What happened to the remaining 900 bottles? You are not selling them. You are not marketing them. People are not coming back. Referrals are not coming. No recommendation. Previous customers are not coming back. So that's how it is to your knowledge. So if you jump on anything and everything that looks so much like opportunity, you are shooting yourself in the leg. Because why? You will confuse your audience. And trust me, there is nothing you are going to become more than an unfulfilled brand. You are going to be identified as an unfulfilled brand. Because in this case now, people know you fine. They know you, they know that you sell something. But at this point, you are confusing your audience. And each audience will know you for different things. Now to refer you will become problem. To come back for what you sell will become problem because they are already at that stage where they are not even sure of the specific thing that you sell. And I'm sure you don't need to be happy for full brand because it's not frustrating. So that will be a stage where you will start doubting yourself, thinking the knowledge you have is not enough, thinking people don't even like you, thinking what you are doing does not worth it, thinking people are not coming back or people are not seeing you. You see them shouting fire, fire in the comment section, but is that comment giving you money? No. That is why that individual is called an unfulfilled brand. An unfulfilled brand, once again, is that brand who sells anything and everything that comes her way. She lacks clarity to be known by for a specific thing by a certain audience. By a specific audience. No, she lacks that strategy to be known for one thing as a category of audience. So in this case, now she's frustrated. In fact, it's easier for an unfulfilled brand to pack up and stop doing what she knows how to do than a low-income brand. A low-income brand that is consistent and knows what she does, all she just needs is the clarity to be, to be known by the people who are ready to pay what you know. But an unfulfilled brand will always be, we keep thinking that it's all about followers. Moreover, people are following, people are joining, people have bought before, but in this case now she's following. I hope this is clear. So now look at these three stages. Find your own quadrant. Find where you are at this moment. It is when you are able to identify the exact state you are that you can say, this is my problem. Then you start looking for solution. Then what do you need to move from either of these things? Because it's not like a circle thing. You cannot move from 1 to 2, from 2 to 3. No, you are either 1 or 2 or 3. And what you want to do is to migrate from whatever the number you are from 1 to 3 to 4. And who is this 4? This 4 is the one I call the 8-figure personal brand. The 8-figure personal brand, just like the name, yes, is an individual who is already making money out of what he or she knows. And is doing what? Has mastered monetization skill, has been able to identify his or her unique identity. Because in the case of these three brands, one identify a unique identity, but is any so little from that unique identity. One has a unique identity, does not have a unique identity, but is making money, which is the unfulfilled brand. Then the second one does not even have a unique identity at all, no monetization skill. You understand? But in the case of the 4, which is the 8-figure personal brand, this person has been able to identify and create a unique identity for his or herself and is making money from that unique identity. For what this person knows, because he or she has been able to communicate a brand to the people who are willing to pay. And not these people, not just ordinary people, they are people who appreciate what that knowledge is, who are willing to pay, who are interested, who need that thing, and are ready to pay whatever amount for it. So that is number 4. So, do you want to be in that state? Where would you like to be among this one? Where will you have like to be? Can I see something in the comments? Or some the 8-figure personal brand. Everybody wants to be that person. But now ask yourself, where am I among the three? If you are not on the number 4, you should be among the 3. Then what are the reasons that you are still there? You need to be able to ask yourself, what are you doing? What do you need to move from that space? So that is clarity. That is what? Clarity. Understanding that knowledge that you have and knowing the likes of people who needs that knowledge. So what is that problem, that painful problem you can solve? Who are the people that need this service? So once you get this right, you master how to speak in their words, how to communicate this to them, how to tell them that this is what to sell. The moment you are passionate and you show that you are an expert in that field, they will connect to you. They will connect to you. And it's not about just selling, like I said, it's about impact. They are going to connect with whatever you are saying. Show up originally as that thing that you said you want. Give proof, to show testimonials, create content online, even offline. There's a lot happen offline. Just that many of us have abandoned the offline and we just decide to go online. See, many of the opportunities that I've gotten, and just this person that many times I will even forget to even take a picture or wherever I went to or something came from online. So be intentional about building your brand also offline, not only about online. Show up the way you want to be known. Submit proposals, create courses, create programs, create ebooks. Let people know what to say. Let people know that you are doing what you are doing. So position yourself, show up like a brand that you are. Build visibility around your expertise as a thought leader, as a storyteller, as a service provider. Show up as that. Then when you have a strong personal brand, you have a voice and you have a proof. This is going to give you a very, the kind of income you are looking for. When you build your personal brand, and everything about personal brand is all about platform and a voice. Once you have a voice, you will be able to position yourself and build a strong personal brand for yourself. I, as an individual, have used my personal brand to step into so many rooms, gigs, trainings, offers, speaking engagements, clients, and all. Just my personal brand, not even my company brand. I have a company that is even my personal brand I'm using to sell that same company. Because why? People buy you before buying whatever you sell. People buy you as an individual before paying for whatever you sell. So I will recommend organic marketing using your social media. Because in this case, they connect. Yes, I sponsor that is fine. But the thing is that even if you sponsor and they come to your page, what are they coming to meet on your page? If your sponsor that is just about you telling me to come and buy, and I just want, okay, let me look at the person I want to buy from, and your page is looking wishy-washy, do you think I will take you serious? I'll just see you as one of the motivational speakers or whatever. So show up as what you want to be known for, have a system, have an automation, and have a community. Build a strong community. Network. Let people know what you are doing. See, I have different what's the name? Business cards. See, I go out everywhere with it. So at this age and time, you shouldn't be one of those who don't have a business card. I have. For everywhere I go, they are always with me. So be intentional about it, both online and offline. Just today, I met 2 people at the airport. We exchanged contact. We started talking. Who knows where that relationship will take us to? Who knows where that little 2-second connection with you comes to? So what if I am not prepared? What if I'm not prepared? When I traveled, I still met people. Very soon I'll still travel, I'll still meet people. So it doesn't come this way. This was me who struggled to even feed before. So be intentional, build community, offer ladders. Ladders is give free things. Be ready to sacrifice, be ready to allow yourself to be used. What are the main things you put on your business card? Oh, okay. The main thing I put on my business card. Okay. So this is it. This is the logo of my brand, Zentran. That's the name of the brand, Zentran Innovation. So at the back of it, I put it as, yes, I'm a founder of it. Then under it, I have the services that we render, strategic branding, social media management, marketing campaigns, coaching and consultancy, corporate event management. Then the address of my office here in Abuja, my phone number, the website, the email address, then our Instagram, and that's all. So it's very simple. You can design it on your Canva. Go to Canva, look for a template, put all these things there, give it to a printer, and you get it. So that's by the way. So thank you for that question. Be ready to give. Be ready to give. Be ready to serve. See, from my free training on PowerPoint, here is where I am. So if you are just starting, be ready to give. Look for role models who are already doing it nice in your industry. Have role models that are your mentor. For me, I use money to buy access. I use money to buy what? To buy access. I want to be able to have access to some people, and I use money to buy that. How? I either pay for their training, I pay for their coaching program. I find I can buy their books. I attend their events. One, just because I want to connect with them. And by the time I have that access, I turn the access to assets. I turn the access to assets. And what is that asset? These are the opportunities that you get when you link with people. It's not about what you get from them. You must be ready to give. Just last year, somebody came from Lagos to have a program. It's someone I've been looking up to. And I had a program here in Abuja. I didn't know it was like 2 days to the program. It was on Saturday and I got to know on Thursday. Meanwhile, I attended a program where I collected the man's number and transfer. So from there, I collected his number. Then when the program, how will I want to like register myself in the memory of this man. Beyond that networking thing where we met, I want to register myself.
I don't know if it's just me. I think we lost our connection. Hello, Coach Bolu. Are you still there? Okay, I guess we lost her for some minutes. Let's just wait for some minutes. She's going to join back so she can carry on with this amazing. Thank you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. Yeah,
Okay.
we can hear you now.
I told you about my network, right? So it's disappeared, but I joined on another one. So, like I was saying, Be ready to sell, be ready to invest, be ready to network, connect with people in your industry, be ready to serve them one way or the other. The point is not about you being used. Allow yourself to be used, but the question is who is using you. Be intentional about whoever you want to allow to use you. It's not about what you want to get from them. It is about what you have to give. By the time they identify what you have to give, they will be the one to be looking for you. But if you are so cautious about what you want them to give, it's not going to work. So in this case, you want to show the knowledge that you have, the expertise that you have, and not just to serve them, but to serve the entire people in your circle, in your audience. So with this, you get people who are in need of what you know. So build a community. Every time you hold back your knowledge, know that someone somewhere is stuck. Someone somewhere is stuck. The moment you decide not to share your knowledge. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, ma'am.
Thank you. So you can provide service, you can a lot of things. Oh God. And it's been doing well before. Okay, so I just want to quickly round up because it's almost 1 hour here. So I want to believe this my message is able to at least change something in the way you think. Please keep showing up as your true self, being very intentional. Show up in a way that people will take you serious. Once you know what you want to sell, it's now about you. It's not about the way you communicate it, the way you want people to show it. Like I've done business with people have trusted me with their money without ever seeing me. Most of my clients, I don't even know them. Pass online and they will pay. Why? Because they have built this level of trust in their mind. The moment they know you, let them like you and let them trust you. Once these three things have been able to, you are able to achieve all these three things, that's all. They will be ready to give you their money. Because truth is that your money is in people's problem. Your money is in their problem. So start with clarity, write down your top 3 skills and rank them in order of priority. See the one that you think people know most. And ask. Just do a test run, put it maybe online also. And for the fact that people are even coming to ask questions regarding that, shows that there are people who need it. All you just need is your packaging. Check on YouTube. That knowledge that you have, do you have people who are creating content around it? If they are creating content around it, that means someone has been online searching for that thing that you know. So be intentional about it. Once you have your skill, you have your audience, create your offer, have a platform, and create content around it. Select your platform intentionally. Go on LinkedIn, go on Instagram, go on Facebook, be intentional. Don't be this kind of person who, at this age and time, I cry for youth when I see them throwing their tongues on social media, showing the whole of their body, half naked and all. No, people will not take you serious like that. You want to be addressed through your ways of dressing. So if you cannot want your child to dress in a way, why must you show yourself at the stage, even though you don't have children? So have a reason, create a reason for people to not second guess you, to trust you with what you have, with what you know. At least with that, they know that you can deliver. So personal branding is very, very important in monetization because people will first buy you before they buy your product. So be intentional about that. Now, understand that this is your time. Reaffirm your potential. And I'm assuring you that you have that potential that people are going to pay for. For people to pay for my own, be very sure that people are going to pay for it. And please ignore all those limiting beliefs. Those beliefs that makes you think you are too young. Those beliefs that makes you think you don't have money. Imagine for me, in fact, at times I used to laugh at myself. I was joking with my children last week, and I was like, see, this your mommy have audacity. She wants to teach people how to make money for their knowledge. And she's broke. She does not even have the money. Like, but just like you, people would think that way. Even you yourself, you would think that way. But at this point, what I used to convince myself then was that yes, I may not be riding the best car, I may not be living in the best house, I may not even have this money then, but I have the knowledge. I can show them. And what do I need to show them? What is the practical things I'm showing them? It's just to show them how to create their courses, how to develop a program, how to develop, structure a consultancy, and if these courses, how they can create it and upload online, and how to sell it online, how to create content, content creation, how to run ads. Those were the things I was teaching people. But because I was strategic about my system, about the process, even mindset as a topic alone is enough for you to gain from my class, because I will wake your spirit to a level that you will believe in yourself, that you are going to crush all the obstacles, all those things that you think are there to stop you. So even if it's that one you're able to gain from my class, is enough. But then I was thinking, because then I built my website myself, I would design sales pages myself. So those are the things that people actually need. This is about 6, 7 years ago. These were the things that people needed, that they can use to monetize their knowledge online. And I had the skills there. So now telling people to come and learn how to make money from their knowledge it sounds like, oh, you don't have money, I want to show people how to make money. But the thing is that I have the skill. And see, I was thinking people would not pay me because I was not probably wearing the best of clothes there. But guess what? They paid. When I got my first client, my first private coaching client, then I charged 1.5 million. And that time she paid me half of the money, 750. I nearly ran mad. Like, so people can actually pay 750 for this that I know, the small me. And imagine a mother that our children were hungry. That same day, I couldn't feed to school. They went, like, they would go to school. I would tell them to just go to school. And see, I'm a very stubborn entrepreneur. I left my salary job, my school job, to face this thing that I'm doing. So for months, I didn't even get a client. And I was there. My kids will go to school in the morning, and I'll promise them that I'll bring food. See, I will not be able to bring. And they will come back to. So those were, and by the time I collected that money, I just went to one store in Abuja. I bought food that the car that carried us couldn't even move. So that's the breakthrough. So if you're at this point when you are thinking you are not worthy, people will not pay you, you are too young, you are too shy, those are just limiting belief. The only difference between you and the person that is taking action is confidence. Be audacious enough. Appreciate what you have. Show up as that thing that you call yourself and see people buying from you. So that is it. Don't wait to be chosen. Choose yourself. Build your table and serve your value. That's going to be my pattern to you. So this is it's a process. I'm not going to take it through because there is nothing I want to teach you that you might not have known. But I want to awaken that spirit in you. I want you to know that it is possible. If I can monetize my knowledge, you also can monetize your knowledge. Just show up and keep pushing. And trust me, you are going to reach them. So you don't need to start looking everywhere. You already have the potential. You already have the thing that can give you the money you are looking for. And you need to come to the reality that we are no more in the industrial economy. We are now in the knowledge economy. So far you know it, people will pay. Even if you are a plumber, even if you are a carpenter, just position. There is a guy online that's a painter. The way that guy showed up, the way he shows up, you would think he's doing more than painting. And now he works with developers, he works with real estate agents, he works with a lot of people. Like he's even referred to himself as a premium painter just for painting. So show up That's the thing. Show up, and I wish you all the best of luck. So thank you so much for having me. I've spent more than 1 hour. Thank you. I can keep talking. This is my favorite topic.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. This is, I can tell from the reaction in the comment section, and of course the emoji that I've putting out, that this session was actually an eye-opening one. And thank you so much for giving us your time to educate us on this specific topic. All right, so yeah, thank you so much. So I believe everybody has a question. If not, everybody have a question. So I'm just going to read the one from Dominator. So for others, if you have any question, you can also raise up your hand. Okay. So let me just start with Dominator. He said, I have a question, Ma. Now, entering a market with your skill, products, and knowledge, where there are vast competition, what can you say to someone who is new?
I don't understand. Can you explain?
Okay, so I believe he's saying that for someone that have a skill in a particular sector that has a lot of competitors, what can one do to be different, especially when they are just new in that competitive market?
Awesome. So what I'm going to say is that, see, at every stage in this life, everybody will be new. I was once new, and I won't be the last new. More people have been in the industry and they are new, and more people are coming. So the thing is that don't pressure yourself. Be authentic. Be authentic. And that's one thing that has worked for me. In fact, many people can tell you my story on that in that online space as if they were my family, because I was so original. Many of my pictures those years, you will look at Bolu now and Bolu then, and you'll be surprised. You will look at me then and now and you'll be surprised, because I came out with what I had and I was so authentic with myself. So you don't need to pressure yourself. I know the industry could be competitive, but for me, I still don't believe in an industry being competitive. I believe industries can be more saturated than competitive. So the question is, how do you want to show up? And this is still by identifying yourself, identifying what you have, identifying the likes of people who needs your audience. The thing is that if you can pick the problem, announce the solution, they will relate, they will connect with you. That is it. So show up as your authentic self and follow the process. Just keep showing up. So I don't know if that answers your question, please.
Yeah, I think that is actually very clear. Chisom wants to ask a question. Hi, Chisom, you can unmute your mic.
Good evening, Ma.
Good evening, Chisom.
Ma Boluwa.
Thank you.
I appreciate you for your time and everything. Like I'm very happy for being a part of this. For quite 3 weeks, I've been pondering on how to go about this whole thing. I am a student of mathematics who loves to teach, but with the way the classroom sector works, little pay, I stopped teaching for a while and I have been pondering, what do I do? How do I go about it? So I've been thinking on how to go on mathematics and handwriting therapy. And I really do not know how to monetize myself, but with what you have said, I think I would still have to go and sit. But I need your counsel on how to go about this niche of mine, mathematics and handwriting therapy.
Okay, thank you for that. Though I know mathematics, I know handwriting, but I don't know therapy. But whatever that area means, I believe it's an area that will sell, because the moment I heard mathematics, I know you are hot cake. That's the truth. I know you are hot cake. The reason being that, as being a teacher, there are a lot of women, a lot of parents who need mathematics teacher, and you don't have to teach them offline. You can make this a community, show up as that, be talking about it. There is a guy I will recommend you follow. I don't know if it's allowed here. And I don't want to mention him because probably it's not allowed. But the guy is into
Allowed, it's allowed.
It's allowed. Okay. His name is Flying Colors. You can follow him. He's into English, just like we're into mathematics. His own is into English. When he started with teaching students and young children English language, just English language. Now he has added communication to it, and that's just what he said. Do you know that at the time when he started, I don't think he charges up to 10,000, but now he charges now per quarter and per year. And I think per quarter for him now, that 3 months, I think it's not less than 150,000. He has annual, and see, this is a class where you have over 200 students registered now. But when he started like, in fact, he will be doing live video on Facebook, and what you will see behind him will be thought light, not even ring light, thought light. At times in a dark room. That's how it started. But if you see him now, imagine 200 people paying 150,000 naira to enter a class. He hired more teachers. I don't know the number of teachers he has. Now, what is he selling? Knowledge. He's a teacher just like you and I, because I'm a trained teacher too. But he's not just ordinary teacher. He does not have a school like a building, a structured school. He has an online, which is site structure, and students come there to receive classes. So what I'm trying to say is that looking at what you have, show up as that thing. For me, I don't know what mathematics therapy means.
I said no. I said handwriting therapy. Like
okay.
Yes, I would like to teach people how to write well. Like I notice a lot of children who go to school still come out with improper handwriting. Like they don't know how to position their writing well.
I get you. Now, that what is still the same thing I will still recommend, that you show up, tell people, show us practical, show some behind the scene. Let us know the mistake people are making that is not making them to write, and let people know that you are the best person that can teach their children how to write, even mathematics as a subject. I know people abroad that probably their children are going, this is Japa, was the Japa era now that people are traveling out. Many of these people have their children schooling in Nigeria, but when they get to the abroad, they maybe because of age and all, they couldn't go to school again. They want lesson teachers for their children. Some of them, their children are even in school, but they still want lesson teachers for their children. So show up. What I'm just trying to say is show up. Let people know. Now that you have already identified what you are good at, tell people you are this. Introduce yourself as that. Create content around that. If you are stuck, go to ChatGPT or any of these AIs. Send your profile. Send your CV on ChatGPT or any of these AI. Let it know who you are. Tell the AI what you want to start doing and who your target audience are. So in this case now, your target audience are the children. Those are the people that will have the lesson. But that does not mean they are the people you will be selling to, because they are not the one on social media. It is their mother. So when you speak in their mother's language. You let their mother know that the reason why their children are unable to write is this and this. Not saying the reason why you are not able to write as if you are talking to them directly, even though they are the end user, it's still their mother. You don't want to be selling children's clothes and you are taking it to secondary school or a DSS2 children to buy from you. Even though they are the one that will wear it, it's still their parent that you market. So that's the case in your case. So let the AI know. Tell it to structure content for you. Give you a content plan. Once you have the content, you have the content topic. You can start the narrative. Like now, from there, you have the idea. You have the topics you can write about. You being an expert, then you write about it. Create videos. Create graphics. If you don't know it, go and learn it. There are a lot of lectures on YouTube. If you have to pay for it, and it will worth it. So please, I hope that answers the question. Can you hear me? Hello, am I audible?
Hi, Chisom. Are you still there?
Maybe it's a network.
Yeah, I guess it's a network.
So
So any other question? If there's another question,
Oh my,
please
your
you can
network
unmute
is
your.
breaking, so you have not been hearing all you've been saying.
myself,
I think it's
maybe
your network, Chisom.
it's a network.
Chisom is your network actually. However, this session is being recorded, so you're gonna get access to the recording, so that what you missed, you just go through it and of course get that answer due to time. All right. Thank you so much, Chisom.
Oh, thank
All
you,
right. So
Mabudu. I appreciate, and the hosts, I appreciate also.
You're most
you're
welcome.
welcome. Any other question from the audience? Is there any other question? Yes, we have from Ashake. Hi, Ashake. You can unmute your mic and ask a question.
All right. Thank you so much, ma. Thank you so much, ma, for the privilege for hosting this meeting, and our guests. Thank you so much, ma, for the insights you shared. We do not take it for granted. Yes, ma. Please, I would like to ask a question. While you were talking about the section of the business card and other stuff, and we were talking about skills. So I was just thinking that what if is that we keep upgrading our skill now. Let's say we have I'm focusing on product design, but I'm also alongside learning product design. I got a training. I'm learning a training in virtual assistants, digital marketing. I also got a communication master course relating to public speaking. So I'm just saying, I might not necessarily have some vast knowledge, most of them, but in building the business card. So I'm saying that in building the business card, which one should be really? Should everything necessarily be on the business card?
Okay, talking about business card.
Yes, ma. It's the business card aspect. So, in sense that there are many like ideas. So, in the sense that when it's now time to pitch the card.
Okay. That boils down to what I explained about the other category of brand. So you don't want to be that kind of brand by having wanting to sell all your skills. The one I highlighted in my business card, it's what is my company, is what my company does. And if I want to list the number of skills I have, I'm not exaggerating, I should have up to 20 skills or more than. So if I now want to say because I'm good at this, I'm good at that, I should now be selling everything, I will confuse my audience. But you can use the remaining skills to grow the one that you want to sell. So one thing I would like you to do is to write the list of all the skills you have and pick one that you want to be known for. Probably based on hierarchy, you categorize them based on probably demand, your level of expertise there, the audience and all. Pick one that you want to specialize on. Then use the remaining skills to grow that one skill. Now I am a public speaker, right? I'm speaking. Do I need to teach public speaking before I can be known as a speaker? No. People invite me to come and speak. I'm being invited there because they know that I'll be able to speak. And I'm using it to sell my product, which is what I'm doing. I'm an NLP practitioner. NLP practitioner is about neuro-linguistic. I'm a neuro-linguistic programming practitioner, right? It's about human thinking, human ways of life and all. So if I'm working with my clients now who comes from branding or monetization, the first thing I will need to work on is the mind of my client. If the minds of my clients is not in the right frame, there is no how whatever I'm going to teach in that business class will make sense, or branding class is going to make sense to her. So I need to first work on her mind or whatever it is, whether emotional or mental breakdown or something. I should be able to work with her on that. So that is another skill. But will I come and say I'm an NLP practitioner, people should start paying for NLP practitioner? No, I don't do therapy. I only do this for my clients who come for branding. And when I discover they have issues, I address that. So what I'm trying to say is that whatever the numbers of skills that you have, show up in one and use the remaining skills to grow that one. So this one I show you as my business card is Zentrion's card, which is my company. This is another company entirely. So it depends on the place I am. That's when I give it out. This is another company. So, and for Bolu, if I don't have my personal business card here, that one has Bolu Ashiperaji alone, founder of Zentrion Innovation, brand and communication strategist. That is it. So depends. You don't have to list the long list, except maybe they are relevant. So I put social media management as some of the things I do. It's for the company. It doesn't have to be me, but the services that the company renders. So when you are creating, it's not really about your business card. It's about what you do and what you want people to know you for. So put it there. If you have a company, go and register. Go and register the company. Open an account in that regard. Have the list of services that you render, and if there should be one that you want to be known for. Even if you start product design, pick from there, then you keep expanding. So that is it. It's not that complex. So any other thing?
Yeah, thank you so much, ma. I really, really appreciate. Yeah, so I think while you were giving an illustration of the business card, you said you have two separate business, and you also have your personal business card. So I was just saying that, for instance, even in the sense that if I build a brand around product design and also a separate brand around maybe virtual what's it called, virtual assistants, and maybe helping business clients maybe manage, because virtual assistant helping business owners organize their time. So I can build a brand around virtual assistant and also around product design, helping people design seamless user experience. So that means if I'm to just do that, I don't necessarily have to put the two on one business card. I can just have for separate business cards. So wherever I find myself in and whoever I meet, I can give them based on that service.
So if you are just starting, I won't advise that. And now, like, you are missing two things: business card and online presence. Business card is just part of the conversation I had. If you are just starting, pick one first. And in your online space, know what you want to do first. Virtual assistant can be part of the services that you render as a company. Business design can be part of the service that you render as a company. In this case, now you don't need to separate them. This one I show you is my corporate card, is my company's card. I have other companies that I work with as consultants. They voluntarily give me, but they give me their business card. So there is one that I show you. It's not my company. That one is another company. I'm not going to mention the name. But what I have there is that I'm the consultant and communication strategist. So this is for another company entirely. So it depends on where I find myself. So if this company invites me for a training or something, or as their brand, I use their cards. So if I'm in my own space, I use my card. At times I use my personal card. So don't confuse yourself now. It's not that complex. Don't use my template as your template, because it may be confusing. Now, virtual assistant, product design, product whatever, they are kind of aligned, they are kind of related. Social media management, they are kind of related. What I would just advise is that have a company, register the company, list it as the part of services that you are doing. That is for your company. And in that company, you should not be jack of all trades. You have what you are specializing on. In my company, I have what I'm specializing on. And I have staff that work for me in the areas I do. Even the ones I know how to do that, those are outsourced. I give it to them to do. So you cannot be everything. So in this case, now, if it's your company you are using as your business card, even for your company, for whatever the brand asset that you're going to create, there is a space for business card there. So put your company logo, put your company name, put your name and number as probably the founder or whatever you want to be identified as. So that is where you're coming. In fact, there are some business cards that does not even have at all. They don't have. What you just want to do is to register your mind in yourself in people's mind. And even this business card, there are stages where it works. You don't want to see a bigger CEO and give the person your business card. Even if you request for it, trust me, it's going to lose it. So in many cases, it's even better you collect their number if they can give you directly and chat them, or you collect their own card. You are not trying to prove. So you have to be wise about this thing. So you know where to give your business card. You know when to just collect number directly. You know when to follow their social media and let them follow you back just to be around them. And if they are your mates, you know what to give, when to give the business card. But the bottom line is that be intentional about your brand. There is no like specific template like everybody must follow. But be able to know your environment, know your community, know where you are at a certain time, and build and follow process. So that's it.
Wow, it has been an amazing session, and of course, those questions that have been answered, I believe I'm going to go back home, to learn and of course improve on what our skills specific to this particular topic. So thank you once again, Coach Bolu, for your time, for giving us this privilege to listen to you. We're really grateful for your time. On behalf of Career, we're saying thank you so much for your time. Well, thank you so much. Yeah. So for everyone, we have our remaining sessions tomorrow by 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. The first session for tomorrow is the relationship economy, learning how to build and sustain credible relationships. And we have Coach Imemba, who is a US relationship. Yeah, thank you very much, Ma. You can leave.
Bye.
Yeah. Who is a US defined relationship and family mentor. So she's practically coming to to discuss how you can actually build credible relationship in terms of in the global job market that can practically help you to succeed globally. Then also we also have CJ Sunimi, who is coming to talk about mastering office politics for career advancement. For those that have been in the corporate sector, for you to climb the corporate ladder, you need to learn how to play the office politics, right? So she'll be coming at 8 p.m., of course, to discuss that as well. So please, I'll love us to be part of that session by 4, of course, by 8 p.m. Then also, I want to mention that at Career Leap, through our Leap School program, we have a scholarship program for those that want to learn or transition into tech. So we have different courses under the program. Yes, it is recorded. Yes, it was recorded. So we have several courses for the scholarship program, and it's going to be a big, based on how robust our curriculum is. We feel you're going to get a lot of value from it. So you can simply reach out to any of our representatives, or for those under the Leap Study Abroad Academy, you can simply reach out to your manager, and they will get you started on that. So once again, we can't wait to see you tomorrow. Yes, the recording will be made available after the session. All right, thank you very much, everyone. Do have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
So